Welcome to Tel Aviv. Welcome to always hectic, always in a rush, always in between. Welcome to boisterous, to changing quickly, to fast mode. Welcome to the mighty kingdom of improvisation, the global power of overusing duct tape. Welcome to shortcuts, to hustle, to chutzpah. And hell yeah, welcome to Balagan. To a place where things aren't done by the book, and manuals are nothing more than a recommendation. Welcome to a city where boxes are unnecessary since everyone thinks outside of them. So, welcome. Welcome to Let's Do Something Different. To Let's Invent It All Over Again. To Eureka. Welcome to the city. No, not the city. To the capital of big ideas. Ideas that create new thrilling horizons. Welcome to Tel Aviv University's Changemakers Club. And thank you for being a spark that lights our fire, that feeds those brand new ideas that are changing our world. Welcome to Pursuing the Unknown. Be part of the next big idea. Welcome to Tel Aviv University.
The spitting image of the startup nation is Tel Aviv. It is a unique city, and the unique city has a unique university.
This is the most amazing place, the most interesting professors, and so much going on.
They know how to get things done with great precision, great accuracy, great vision, and great urgency.
Education is the foundation of every normal and healthy society. And I think this is a mutual goal for people who want to see strong Israel, strong society, educated people.
В моем представлении Тель-Авивский университет, который использует так называемый междисциплинарный подход, он в этом смысле далеко впереди по сравнению с другими университетами.
It is the home of entrepreneurship, of innovation. It's there, you can touch it now.
It's a place that really combines the scrappiness, chutzpah even, of Tel Aviv, of the city, which hosts the university, with its boundless creativity and spirit of innovation.
Donors are very focused, donors are very sophisticated, and you have to approach them in a sophisticated and intelligent way to get them to give. We have the skill sets, we have the people. There's no reason why we can't be successful in a global campaign of this size.
As they develop a bigger campaign with greater ambitions and greater capital, it will enable them to further invest in infrastructure, in staffing, that will further the reputation of Tel Aviv University as one of the great institutions globally.
Everything we do now on our shoulders will be the future. It's a very exciting time right now.
If you believe in Israel, then come and visit Tel Aviv University.
And look at all the big ideas that are being developed here.
I think it's a great place to invest in the future, invest in young minds, and for the country to progress.
The university serves as an opportunity for you to find meaning for yourself.
Whatever I put forth, I received far greater than I gave.
To actually touch what's going on and making Israel great is right here at Tel Aviv University.
What I love about Tel Aviv University is the creative passion that these kids, these professors have.
Join and be a part of the next big idea.
Be part of the next big idea. Welcome to Tel Aviv University. Physical anthropologists like to say, bones never lie. By analyzing physical evidence, the study of human evolution decodes the story of humankind. From prehistory until today.
What we are doing at the David Center is basically trying to achieve answers to some of the fundamental questions relating to human evolution. The first one is where we are coming from, and the second one is where we are going to.
Bones are like a history book. However, physical anthropology is not just about studying fossils and human evolution and skeletal remains. It's also about studying of modern populations.
Israel in general is the cradle of humanity. You should look at Israel as a huge central bus station. It's the place where most ancient people passed through.
So the last specimen that was found in Israel is the Mislia jaw, a groundbreaking discovery. It actually moved the time scale more than 100,000 years backwards. It was done by analyzing the teeth on our research here in Tel Aviv University.
Tel Aviv has the largest anthropological collection in the world. We have specimens going back 1.5 million years ago.
So literally, Tel Aviv University is the best place on earth to conduct evolutionary studies.
If we will be able to achieve answers through research at Dan David Center, we might be able to create a better future to our own children.
To combine emerging technologies with valuable finds, Tel Aviv University established the Dan David Center for Human Evolution and Biohistory Research. Dan David was a true changemaker. He was fascinated with how our past informs the present and the future. Now, you can help the center to make the next discovery that will rewrite human history. Be part of the next big idea. Welcome to Tel Aviv University. Welcome to Tel Aviv University's Center for Nanoscience and Nanotechnology. Nano is the key enabling technology that allows us to control nature's building blocks. In 10 years, the center has grown to 90 research teams, which have published nearly 2,000 papers, registered 200 patents, and collaborated with industry giants such as Siemens and Teva.
Nanoscience really impacts many different fields: chemistry, life sciences, engineering, and in each topic, the impact is in a totally different domain. So it means that we can make electronic devices which are better and faster. We can make drug delivery systems which are more efficient and more targeted, and implementing them, but in a way that can actually impact society.
The Lab of Precision Nanomedicine is a unique multidisciplinary lab. The majority of our work relates to cancer. In order to target a specific cancer cell, we need to engineer nanoparticles that will encapsulate genetic information that is relevant to the patient and basically hone into the cancer cells using a GPS-like system. It's actually distributing directly into the cancer cell. This strategy basically provides an opportunity to reduce dramatically side effects, so the potency of the treatment is dramatically increased.
Tel Aviv University established the first nano center in Israel, and this meant for us not just being first, but also being leaders, making a lot of the most impactful studies in this field, producing a huge fraction of the graduates in this field, and to this day being able to produce new and innovative ideas and approaches in the field.
I lost both my parents to cancer. My mother when I was 18 years old, and my father 20 years later. And this is a very good motivation for a person that is interested in science to try and find new treatments, hopefully new cures for cancers.
Recognizing the great potential of nanoscience, the university is constructing a building to house the Nano Center. The advanced facilities will speed up discoveries and create the exciting future of nano today. Be part of the next big idea. Welcome to Tel Aviv University. It's a pursuit that starts with basic research and ultimately leads to new drugs and treatments for neurodegenerative diseases.
The Price Dreamer Institute at Tel Aviv University has had a very important role over the past several years in helping in the development of drugs that will really help us understand and cure neurodegenerative diseases. We see that people are living longer, but we're having all of these diseases, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. How can we find answers for these really awful diseases that are debilitating not only for the people who have them, but also for the families around them?
In my lab, we discovered an interaction between 3 oncogenes, and this interaction leads to enhanced tumor growth. Attacking the specific interaction between these 3 oncogenes will lead to developing new drugs.
The unique advantage we have with the Institute at Tel Aviv University is that we can integrate truly diverse fields. You know, it's when you bring people together is when you get a new synergy that you never thought of.
Recently, we have published a paper that describes the effect of a gene variant known as APOE4, which is the greatest genetic risk factor in Alzheimer's disease. Now we know it's important in the development of Alzheimer's disease, and we can target it for therapeutic intervention.
So I'm lucky that my parents reached a very old age, but unfortunately, my mother right now has trouble communicating with me. My father, in his last months of his life, also suffered from dementia. All of these things, degenerative diseases, we're surrounded by it. We have to find a solution to give the humanity back to these people.
The generosity of the Price Dreamer family was a remarkable start. Now, you can help us achieve much more, because success is a demanding journey designed for those who relentlessly pursue it. Be part of the next big idea. Welcome to Tel Aviv University. There are roughly 10,000 human diseases known to man, yet only 25 to 30 new drugs are approved each year.
The big idea behind translational medicine is actually a very simple idea. You start from curiosity, you generate a finding, and from this finding you generate a drug.
But what if we could turn more lab discoveries into actual working medicines and expand the arsenal of human remedies?
It takes usually around $1 billion, $1.5 billion to take a new entity into the clinic. And the chance of success is 1 per million. But drugs that are already been in the clinic for different indications, we can actually take them to new indications.
We are affiliated with multiple hospitals, have access to patient samples. If we find something that works in a disease in a specific way, maybe we can now find a new target and then make it into a drug.
My lab at the Sackler Faculty of Medicine has a very, very close collaboration with the Ichilov Center. And my lab focuses on the colorectal cancer and the genes that are involved in the development of this devastating disease.
Colon cancer is a major cause of cancer-related mortality. Through this collaboration with Tel Aviv University, we are studying a very common compound, which is an antibiotic called erythromycin, and apply it to another purpose. We compared the rate of polyp growth before our trial and after the trial, and we've seen polyps that their growth is halted. That gives us hope, significant hope.
So this is a fast-growing, emerging field, and we are the first in Israel and most likely one of the first in the world. And this pioneering thing is done here at Tel Aviv University.
By increasing drug trials in cancer, Alzheimer's, and other severe diseases, the Translational Medicine Initiative will ease suffering and save lives. Be part of the next big idea. Welcome to Tel Aviv University. Artificial intelligence will transform our lives in ways we can't yet imagine. It promises to break down mental barriers, unleash creativity, and boost the human spirit.
Artificial intelligence is the general name from many families of methods that actually mimic cognitive function that people associate with human mind.
And just like humans learn language by experiencing language in their family, we would like to have computers learn language by experiencing language in the world.
Commercial use of AI is now done by most of the companies. You can see it in retail, you can see it in banking, in companies like Amazon that will use AI to decide what product they should offer each of their customers.
I use artificial intelligence to analyze optical fiber sensors data. The optical fiber can be deployed for tens of kilometers. It is used for many applications such as border monitoring or structural health monitoring or even biomedical applications.
Researchers working on the way that a robot can move and find targets within cities. So we are not talking only about military application, but for example, how to help elderly people to move around the city. The uniqueness of Tel Aviv University is the fact that it sits in the heart of what we call the startup nation. A radius of 20 miles, you can find the most technological startups.
There's a lot of competition between us and huge software companies such as Google, Facebook, and so on. And having good funds to keep talented students in the university is one of the main benefits.
Smart transportation, mobility patterns, cybersecurity applications. And this is exactly the blend that Tel Aviv University represents so well.
Tel Aviv University will keep studying the interface between man and machine to reinforce Israel's technological edge and to create a better, smarter tomorrow. Be part of the next big idea. Welcome to Tel Aviv University. Welcome to the Steinhardt Museum of Natural History at Tel Aviv University. It is the Israeli National Center for Biodiversity Studies and Nature Education, as well as a major tourist attraction.
We're at the Steinhardt Museum of Natural History, which is the first natural history museum in the entire Middle East. We have over 5.5 million specimens recording the biodiversity of the region. We have a large team of scientists, collection managers. The rate of use of the collections is growing exponentially, and we anticipate that it will continue to grow at a huge rate over the next decade or so.
I am a curator at the Marine Invertebrate Collection. I love being underwater to see all the different animals that are in this environment, both in the Mediterranean Sea and in Eilat and the coral reef there that do not exist anywhere else. And when the museum will be open and people will come and see it, they'll be able to appreciate what's in our area, and then it will give them motivation to protect it.
So one place where science really touches society in all manners. We support agriculture, we support conservation, we support scientific exploration. Our responsibility for the next generation is to keep everything that we have around here now for their grandchildren in turn.
Anticipated to serve over 200,000 scientists, school children, and other visitors every year from Israel and abroad, the Steinhardt Museum of Natural History will perform cutting-edge research to present hands-on educational exhibits. Be part of the next big idea. Welcome to Tel Aviv University. Welcome to the Steve Tisch School of Film and Television. Meet students with ambitious dreams, new voices using the power of stories to break down barriers, create understanding, and build tolerance, sharing a surprisingly new Israel with the world. Steve's vision and passion are inspiring a new generation of entrepreneurial filmmakers.
I fell in love with movies when I was 4 years old, and then it became my life. I was obsessed about films, and I even made my parents buy me like these stupid plastic statues of the Oscars, and I put them around my room, and I had a director's chair as a studying chair. Actually, I started with the dream of being a producer, and the professors here told me, you have to be a director, you have to be a director. So I'm actually a director because of the Steve Tisch Film School.
And the Grand Jury Prize for World Cinema Dramatic goes to Sandstorm.
When the Steve Tisch School told me that they're sending my film to the Oscars, I didn't think I even have a chance of winning. I mean, it was incredible. The Academy Award called me when I was in a bar, and they said, Adas, we're talking from the Academy Award. Would you be able to come to Los Angeles in 2 weeks from now? I screamed so hard, and I jumped, and I sprained my ankle, and I went to the Academy Award with this cane. I think there are two very special things about the Steve Tisch Film School. One is that it's part of a university. You come here to receive theoretical knowledge. Second thing is, I think that when you do study practical studies, you study with teachers who are actually working in the field.
Grounded in storytelling, willing to experiment, and driven by curiosity. From a film department to Tischland.
I came to Steve Tisch Film School as a movie lover. and I became a filmmaker.
Be part of the next big idea. Welcome to Tel Aviv University.
Tel Aviv University has a major role in Israel and in the education of future Israelis. It's the largest university in Israel. It touches every field, every subject that you can think of. We all pursue the unknown, but researchers, they are these wonderful people who set our future, who decide or trying to do their best. Jewish philanthropy has been with us for many, many years. Everyone knows about tzedakah, about tikkun olam. Today, things are a little different. A real philanthropist, a real social investor is not only funding. He is a partner. He contributes with his experience, his knowledge, and together the results have to be much, much better. I was approached by my father, who was a philanthropist. He didn't know that, maybe he didn't call himself that. And he asked me to start together a family foundation. We sat together, we decided on culture and education as our major project to be supported by this foundation. The Institute for Law and Philanthropy is a young institute at the law faculty of Tel Aviv University. You try to take off barriers of giving. You try to make it more simple and more understanding of the field, of the role of philanthropists. Philanthropy is all about people. This is the first rule I learned many years ago. Nobody can change the world by himself. Maybe in the lab you can, but in real life, if you want to make a change, you have to do it together. I'm an Israeli, you know Israelis. We have chutzpah, we'll make it. I feel obligated to take part, and I think Israelis and Jewish people around the world together can do wonders.